Johnny Depp, Narcissist or Empath? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Many of you are aware of the ongoing trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, where they're both suing one another. She has accused him of being an abuser. He maintains that he is the victim of her abuse. A jury will in due course make their own determination as to who they believe. I've already examined Amber Heard, and, by considering a comprehensive amount of material, determined that she is a narcissist. It's now Johnny Depp's turn to go under the Tudorscope. I have analysed a massive amount of material for the purposes of making the appropriate determination. What I'm going to do is take you through a history of Johnny Depp's life, his behaviours, the people he's interacted with, and of course, what has been occurring in the court case that has played out on television recently. I have analysed interviews with Depp, interviews about Depp with other people, videos, testimony from the 2020 libel trial, and of course, the ongoing trial, newspaper articles, and news reports. For a figure of Depp's age and of such fame, there is a huge amount of material to work through. And, in some instances, I have not included certain aspects, not because they're not relevant, but simply they duplicate an existing point made in existing evidence about his personality and characteristics. Accordingly, as you listen, if you think, oh, HG, you didn't mention this particular point, it's highly likely that I've seen it, and I didn't include it in this narrative because all it did was reinforce something that's already being made. The purpose of this analysis is to make a determination as to what Johnny Depp is. Regular viewers of my work know that I categorise individuals into either empaths, of which there are different schools and cadres, normal people, the largest group, narcissistic individuals, but they're not narcissists, and narcissists, of which there are various schools and cadres. I do so utilising my expertise of human behaviour, and in particular, the behaviour and actions of narcissists and empaths. I look for a variety of key indicators. These indicators have to be demonstrated repeatedly to get over a strict evidential threshold that I apply to make a determination as to what this person is. To do this, I look at a wide range of material from lots of different sources, both favourable and unfavourable to the person concerned, spanning a long period of time. Often people will ask me, HG, this person stood me up repeatedly, does that mean they're a narcissist? That can be an indicator, but one cannot make a determination just from that instance alone. One has to look at a wide range of behaviours over a sustained period of time. And that is what has been done with Johnny Depp to determine which of the categories that he falls in. Much of this will turn on, is there evidence of emotional empathy, evidence of manipulative behaviours, acting with a sense of entitlement? Is accountability shown, or is it absent? Is there grandiosity on display? Now remember, all individuals who are not narcissists are an amalgam of both empathic and narcissistic traits, so they will exhibit honesty, decency, compassion, moral compass, vanity, pride, anger, resentment, defiance, showmanship. People have these in differing proportions. Those that fall within the empath group demonstrate a range of behaviours, and alongside that, have emotional empathy and empathic traits which always outweigh the narcissistic traits. Some empaths can exhibit very strong narcissistic traits, but their empathic traits are even stronger. Some empaths have weak narcissistic traits, but strong empathic traits. Different types of empaths. Normal people have both empathic and narcissistic traits, but they don't tend to be as strong on either side. They have emotional empathy for a limited range of people. Their children, their parents, siblings, friends, neighbours, some colleagues, but no wider than that. But the level of their emotional empathy for those people is on a par with the emotional empathy that an empath has, but the empath has that emotional empathy for a wider range of individuals. Narcissistic individuals who are not narcissists do have emotional empathy, but it's limited and in short supply. They, unsurprisingly, have stronger narcissistic traits which are greater than their empathic traits, but the empathic traits do exist. Finally, my group, the narcissists. And here, the narcissistic traits are prevalent and strong and numerous. Empathic traits don't exist, they are merely faked. There is no emotional empathy, but with some narcissists there is cognitive empathy. Accordingly, by looking at the evidence and considering a range of criteria and a strict evidential standard, I will be determining whether Johnny Depp crosses those thresholds, and if so, does this take him into the position of being an empath, a normal, a narcissistic person, or a narcissist. Keep in mind also that empathic individuals are not saints. They can do bad things as a consequence of their erosion of their emotional empathy. Ditto normal people. Narcissistic people generally lean toward more hedonistic lifestyles and can also engage in poor behaviours as a consequence of their existing limited emotional empathy. As for narcissists, well, you need only watch my many, many videos to understand more about the way that we behave. It's important to set that scene for you so that you understand the backdrop to all of this. Now, I'd also invite you to share your observations in the comments section about what you believe Johnny Depp is. Also do so as you listen to the evidence that I put forward to you. Consider it. And remember that with the evidence, it often can go in potentially two directions, so you need to keep that in mind. For example, with philanthropy, that might be an indicator of genuine emotional empathy, but also narcissists can engage in this behaviour as a consequence of cognitive empathy and the narcissism adopting that approach for the purposes of facade management and the assertion of control. So part of this exercise is also help you understand that certain behaviours can be interpreted in either an empathic direction or a narcissist direction. And the skill is to make a determination based upon how many times this occurs and the relevant indicators. It's just as important also to note where certain things are absent. That is just as important as where indicators exist. With all of that said, let's now dive into the analysis of Johnny Christopher Depp. And in part 2, I will start to take you through all of the information so that we can start to see the picture that forms about this individual. Join me in determining what Johnny Depp is. Is he a narcissist? Is he an empath? Or is he something else altogether?